Kasunod ng first Senate hearing ng Blue Ribbon Committee, maging ang bombshell privilege speech ni Senator Ping Lacson, pinatutsadahan. Ani Marculeta, mukhang nagpapasikat umano ang senador. Agarang sagot ni Lacson, ayaw niya ng away. Pero handa siyang gawin ito kung aawayin sila ni Marculeta.
Tamang pong itama ang misimpression that may have been created by the interpretation of the Honorable Marculeta do sa Section 135. Sabi niya, yung supplementary application of the rules of court. Basahin ko po yung Section 135, Mr. President. If there is no rule applicable to a specific case, the presidents of the Legislative Department of the Philippines shall be resorted to. And as supplement to this, the rules contained in Jefferson's Manual, Riddick's Precedents and Practices and Hinds Precedents. Wala naman po ako nakita doon sa enumeration na rules of court. Di ba po sabi ng mga abogado, di ba yung expressio unius est exclusio alterius. What is expressly included excludes all others. So wala naman pong rules of court. Kaya gusto ko pong itama yung medyo hilaw pong interpretation ng ating Honorable Marculeta. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Rather, this is a manifestation to be followed by a parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman may proceed then.
Mr. President, I've been diligently reading and reviewing the rules of the Senate since I've been out of this august chamber for 3 years. Nowhere in our rules can I find a provision on a motion to dismiss, as submitted by the honorable gentleman from Tarlac. Neither is there a supplementary application of the rules of court to offer a space for such motion to dismiss, except perhaps in the committees performing their legislative inquiries in aid of legislation. Obviously, we are now assembled in plenary, not as an impeachment court, but as a legislative body, and I cannot relate to a motion in this plenary to an issue that involves a collective decision that falls solely and exclusively under the jurisdiction and authority of an impeachment court. Having said that, Mr. President, my parliamentary inquiry is addressed, of course, to the Senate President. Mr. President, how do we deal with the pending motion? I refer to the motion to dismiss. Shall we even take it up or deal with it? Kasi wala po sa rules natin. Paano wala tayo pong guidelines? Kasi wala po sa rules natin yung motion to dismiss. So anong guidelines ang susundin natin in addressing the motion to dismiss submitted by the Honorable Marculeta? Assuming arguendo, Mr. President, that the motion is voted upon and adopted by this body, what if, Mr. President, the Supreme Court reverses itself when it rules on the MR filed by the House of Representatives through the Solgen? Shall we also backtrack and reverse ourselves in dismissing the impeachment case? I pose that question, Mr. President. Thank you.
Null and void ab initio. Indeed, there might not even be anything to dismiss, and the procedure would be more properly to archive, similar to what we have done in the past, so that these proceedings will still be made part of the Senate's records. But we will cross that bridge once we put it to a vote, Mr. President.
I go back to my previous question, Mr. President. Anong gagawin natin sa motion to dismiss? How do we deal with it? We are in plenary as a legislative body. We're not an impeachment court. So yun ang tanong ko po, Mr. President. Yun ang essence ng aking parliamentary inquiry.
Maybe here from Senator Marculeta with respect to his ideas, given that he is the proponent
Mr.
of the
President,
motion.
it is true that the motion to dismiss is not part of our rules. But it is part of our rules po yung pagiging supplementary application po ng rules of court. In the rules of court, yung korte po can motu proprio dismiss a case. kung wala pong jurisdiction. And considering that the rules of court has become part of our rules, that's why I use the motion to dismiss. Pag wala pong jurisdiction, halimbawa, sa isang korte, collection case po ito, 5,000 pesos po yung pinal niya, dinismiss po ng court kahit hindi pa sumagot yung kalaban, Mr. President, kasi ang jurisdiction po ng korte hanggang 3,000 lang. Ganun po ibig sabihin nun. Minsan po, wala pong, hindi po verified yung complaint, dinismiss. Sa motu proprio, talagang dinidismiss. Paano po kaya kung sinabihan pa nga na the Senate didn't acquire jurisdiction over the case? Mas lalo po sigurong dapat nating panindigan na talagang i-dismiss na po natin, Mr. President.
Senator Lacson is recognized.
Again, I refer to our rules, Mr. President. Wala rin po ako makitang suppletory application sa rules of the Senate pagdating sa plenaryo. Pwede pong gamitin ito sa mga committee hearings.
Sa impeachment.
Inquiry in aid of legislation. But we are not there. We're here in plenary. Maski po basahin natin na 100 beses ang ating rules of the Senate, wala pong suppletory application sa ating rules. Thank you, Mr. President.